Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and I am streaming live once again as I do every single weekday, and I'm doing something differently right now, and that is I am actually recording the channel trailer for this channel so that people can be aware of what I do in this channel normally, and that is live stream every weekday. It's TLDR, the Lockergnome Daily Report, a Q&A with you and me, an AMA every day driven by your questions. So it's kind of like a variety show. Unlike the videos I produce on my other channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo, these videos are pretty much determined by you. So if you don't like what I'm doing over there, well then you have a chance to change what I'm doing right here. Maybe not right now if you're not watching me live, but there's a chance to watch me live during the next broadcast. You just subscribe and, of course, turn on notifications. If you heard the ding in the background, it means my mic, is a really good mic, obviously, but also because I received a notification to let me know that I'm streaming live. It's a little weird, I realize, but it is what it is. I can't turn off notifications, haven't figured out how to do so. Trust me, I get a lot of notifications. Hopefully you do as well. If you see the chat behind me, you know it's live. This is Discord chat. We have a room that you can join by either becoming a patron of mine at patreon.com/Chris Pirillo or by heading over to my Twitch account, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. Links may very well be somewhere in a video description if you even read video descriptions, because I've yet to meet anybody. I've never even read a video description to read a video description. Admit it, you've never read a video description. But you've watched videos, and you've subscribed to people from across the planet for a variety of reasons. So hopefully you'll take the time to subscribe to me, too, because I'm geeking out live every weekday. And then on the weekends, I geek out live in the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Pirillo. And don't forget that I'm going to start gaming, the whole Star Wars game thing over in the Star Wars YouTube channel that I set up at Star Wars Radar is where you can follow it on YouTube and across socials. And that got a little awkward at the end, didn't it? Well, it is what it is. I'm awkward. I'm not like everybody else. So if you're looking for somebody else, this is definitely not the place for you to look. If you're looking to geek out and ask some questions and be there for me virtually, I'm here for you virtually every weekday. The Lockergnome Daily Report. My name's Chris Pirillo. What else do you need to know? Is there anything else they need to know? No. Was that too bitey? It was too bitey. So there you go. There's your live. There's your channel. Is that going to work for your channel trailer?
It should work. That's
great. You clip that out, Liz. You take that channel trailer.
Why do you sound so angry?
I'm not. I actually, I thought that went pretty well. That was definitely under 2 minutes.
Geekanoids is in chat on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
In Discord.
That's just great. Neil Stapleton asks, do you like the home mini? I like the idea of it. Unfortunately, my home network went, no, do not want. And I think it has to do with the way Google has configured the home mini. I, unfortunately, am not going to be able to set it up here. So, there's an update on the thing that I unboxed 2 days ago. It's been like another lifetime. It's been like another full week over the weekend, because on Saturday, we hosted a pop-up event, the Creator Advocate Workshop, an event series that was formerly known as Vlogger Fair. But, the good news is I was actually kind of inspired by it, listening to the keynote. Roberto Blake, who you listened to or watched in the other YouTube channel, doing a live stream yesterday for TLDR, the weekend live stream. And I was actually listening to him deliver a keynote, or at least I would consider it a keynote type of presentation, though I don't think he was billed as such. He effectively kind of got me thinking, like, well, the approach that we try to take with this, the Creator Advocate thing, worked, but it just needs to be refined, and we need to better dovetail what it is that creators are looking for, what it is that the other side of the equation may be looking for in terms of their business strategies, and just make it all work. And I think I've stumbled upon, a strategy, having woken up this morning at like 4 in the morning, 4 a.m., as opposed to 4 p.m. in the morning. The thing that I kind of scratched down, this executive summary of sorts, I'm really happy with how I kind of coalesced, disparate ideas to be able to put together a strategy to roll things out on an ongoing basis. So I'm pretty happy about that. Ron A. Rivera is also here. That's awesome. Geekanoids, Dave says, I know you saw this earlier on Twitter. Please share your opinion with everyone on the tragically designed Sharp Aquos S2. They have a notch, curves, and 45-degree angles. It hurt my eyes. Dude, as I said, come here, baby. I need to show everybody what we've got over here. Come here. Come over here. Yeah, it was disgusting, Dave. I blame the iPhone 10 owners. And by the way, you have a chance to make me an iPhone 10 owner live on Wednesday. The Wednesday's the new day for the crowdfunding device drive for the iPhone 10. Jedi has been wolfing down her... What did you have? What is this drink?
Coffee.
Your coffee? How do you like your coffee?
It's,
Do you take it black or straight up? Black? She likes your coffee black. Yeah, not so much cream, unless it is. This is hers, right? Not yours. She didn't. Okay.
That's hers.
Yeah, we get it. We believe in giving her as much coffee as she requires. This is a microphone, a lav.
We have a super chat.
Neville Littlejohns gave £2, and so that means we have to say thank you, Neville.
thank you, Neville.
Oh.
Now you can keep that as a ringtone if you want. Someone who surfaced my ringtone. Someone knew the lyrics to it. Hope you don't want to miss this phone call for you, Chris. Liz, was there a link?
I don't know.
Oh,
There was a Discord chat.
It wasn't in Discord chat?
Chris Pirillo.
Was about to sit down, get your phone. It's a call for a very fine fellow, Chris Pirillo. Get your phone. Remember that? I can't find the link to download it. Was about to sit down and watch the latest episode of The Walking Dead when I got the notification that Chris Pirillo was going live. Needless to say, TLDR can wait. Lol. Says Deuce is wild.
Is it Doucette? His last name is
Doucette. I like this guy.
It's clever.
I love it. Love a good play on words. The thing with that, I wanted to follow up with. We got your amazing comment. I made sure that Roberto also saw it after the live stream last night. And he really appreciated what you said. Tony Yoon, hang on. Question 548. Pardon my ignorance, but why do vegans eliminate all animal products from their life? Wouldn't it be possible to use or eat animal products that naturally died of old age? How is that inhumane? It's not about humanity. So from my perspective, it's about
For some.
Well, for some.
Yeah.
There's a different range. It's kind of like, wait, you're a geek and you don't like Star Trek? Like, you understand? Or, wait, you're a geek and you don't use Android? Like, you understand? So vegan is a big word. It's an all-encompassing word. For me, it boils down to physiology and science and health, and research has shown in several meta-studies done over decades of time that the best diet for a human is, by and large, with rare exception, a whole food, plant-based diet. That doesn't mean that we can't ingest meat or animal products. It's just that where we are today is overloaded with, quote-unquote, food. You can eat it.
Food is for your meals.
If food is for your meals, Mommy, that is for sure.
Yeah.
So, as Diana pointed out, that's not the only reason. Some people would do it because of the humane aspect of it. So it's not necessarily just looking at it from the animal's point of view, which admittedly is very jarring. For me, the impetus was specifically with, it's coffee, not jarring. I apologize. It's
And
coffee.
If you look at it from an inhumane point of view, that's how I see it. And I see all animals equally, so I wouldn't eat Wicket and Pixie even if they got old, because there's other alternative nutrients. Does that make sense?
You don't need what they have to provide for you to survive, unless you're stranded somewhere on a mountain.
Right.
And it's survival of the fittest.
Even cannibalism can fall into that. People have eaten other humans because of starving to death.
So we have another follow-up. Tony Yoon.
That's true.
We are streaming a little early today. I know that's why viewers are not as much as they might be in the evening. We've got a few other things going on today. Tony Yoon comes in with a super chat, so we say thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
And he asks, question 549, do you eat organic and avoid GMO as well? I'm not a huge proponent of that, if only because standards are kind of like all over the map, even Bill Nye.
But we're really lucky that a lot of our manager specials, they put organic stuff out.
Oh, yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, Diana's a big believer in the organic thing. I guess I'm not as, quote-unquote, picky about it, because you're going to ingest some amount of pesticides or insecticides or chemicals. I will avoid it, if I can, and I believe we're on the right path, but I think organic is a label that gets slapped onto things, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, they can just say
GMOs. I just want to know that it has GMOs.
See, that doesn't even bother me. Bill Nye came out, and he basically said, yeah, GMOs are not as big of a deal as previously thought. I mean, the science is, in some cases, still out on some of these things that humans have done to modify our food chain. But, that's a different story, I'm sure, altogether. No one was expecting for this to happen. Hey, TLDR is for you. If you don't like this, you have a chance to change it. You have a chance to change everything. Right. All right, yay for chances to change everything. Can I have a sip?
No.
Oh, thank you. Someone needs to get busy with those GIF makers right there. That was an animated GIF and a half, or GIF, or whatever. Not to begin that war or anything.
GIF.
Yeah, GIF. You good? You see yourself? That's a preview.
Jenna has a new shirt from Liz.
Yep.
She's got a unicorn.
A unicorn.
A unicorn.
Let's see if we got any other questions here. Nothing? That's it? Boy, we did the right thing by going early instead of late, didn't we? This is the European edition. Everyone in Europe's going, what? Is this for real? Nah, he must have accidentally just... He butt dialed. He butt streamed. I am not butt streaming right now, just so you know. Question number 550, were you a Frasier fan even when you were not living in Seattle? Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I liked having Cheers on in the background, though I never really watched it as much as others did. But I guess even before I lived in Seattle, I liked Frasier. And maybe because it is based in Seattle, I like it a little more, but I don't think it had to do with the Seattle connection necessarily. I just enjoyed the show.
I want you to tackle this last name.
Okay, Nate Thibodeau says,
got it.
because I can read, Liz. So, okay, Jedi, we have to say thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Nate.
He says, "Hi, Jedi, you so cute." Well, that's not really a question. Do you have a response? Oh, see, that's what you get. Do you have a response to it? Do you have a response? What do you want to say to someone saying that you're cute?
Cute is bird color.
Yeah! So there you go. All right. Does the family watch Doctor Who? Daddy watches Doctor Who. Now that we have a female doctor, finally, it may end up being a good role model for Jedi to recognize that she can be anything she wants to be.
I used to watch it with you.
Really?
Remember back in the day with Rose?
Oh, you watched it with Eccleston.
Yeah.
That was like a long time ago.
Yeah, it was good.
There are people from the Netherlands and London.
Yeah, like all over the world, man. No doubt. Like I said, it's the early edition, the early bird edition. The early bird gets the worm, which is kind of disgusting. Question 551, how do you stay clear of phishing sites? A lot of phishing emails nowadays look almost identical to the real thing. Well, I'm very careful about what I click, for one. And two, I generally, have a certain practice that, if I get, like a little notification or whatever, I kind of go around the notification. If it seems like something like, whoa, this seems legit, I always verify. Trust but verify. Always, 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 always. And I've never been led astray. I also don't click willy-nilly. You'd be surprised. I mean, I use, like, on Android, for example, I use an app for Twitter called Flamingo. And now this is not exactly going to be replete with phishing links, but what's nice about this is that if I find a link in my timeline somewhere, I can better illustrate what it does. Okay, here's an example. So here's a Yahoo link. It says, Apple pledges to fix iPhone 10 cold weather issues. Oh, the iPhone 10 has problems? Oh, I thought it was the Jesus phone. I thought it was perfect. Let's find out. So I'm going to click the link, but instead of being taken to Yahoo, I'm taken to an embedded reader. So effectively, I'm able to read the article without visiting the website. No muss, no fuss, no crap, no junk, just straight up. So it basically acts as a filter, and those are the type of mechanisms that I put in place between me and a destination, as I put up filters. I don't know if there's a perfect way of doing it or a best way to do it, but inevitably everyone finds a way to get it done. But I rely largely on those types of third-party services to mitigate any kind of problems.
It turns on.
Oh, gosh, it has battery life. Yeah, you figured out how to turn on the iCade itty-bitty remote controller there for video games. Hopefully you're not controlling a computer. Yeah, that's a notification. Why did my iPad suddenly pop on?
Oh.
It's just weird.
Oh no, it turned on.
It's okay. Gina on YouTube says, really wanted to get the Pixel 2 XL, but your recent review has made me dubious. Thank you for keeping it real. Not a problem. In fact, today's video, recorded for the Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, is effectively titled, if I can paraphrase, how I would switch back to iOS, or what would get me to switch back to iOS, despite... Hello? Yeah, I'm here. How are you? Oh, they hung up. May have been the wrong number. I don't know. So, I basically talked through what would get me back to iOS, despite... Hang on. Hello? I just hear heavy breathing on the other end. It's really weird, man.
We're going to the library.
Oh, you're going to the library. Are you going to check out any books? I don't know if they're going to check.
I think they're going to listen to a story.
Are you going to listen to a story? I'm not sure, but she may be nodding her head. Okay. Are you nodding your head? They won't. Okay, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. All right, Daddy's got to go back to work. Is that okay?
She's confused.
What? Daddy's pretend. You're sad.
No, I'm not sad.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were sad, baby. So, Gina, you know, I effectively outlined at the beginning of the video that I've gone through 2 Pixels, but I still go back to the Pixel as an experience as I pick up the iPhone 8 Plus. And I go to this as the experience because of the software. So the hardware is just not where it needs to be. Hello? But the software is just, it's the thing that pulls me in. Hello? Jedi, is that you?
No, I was on there.
Oh, okay. Did you call for a reason? I just called to say I love you.
Get dressed.
Get dressed? What kind of call is this? That was a little pervy.
Get dressed.
And for whatever it's worth, Daddy's wearing pants today, okay? Just so everybody knows.
Oh, it's the video Liz showed Jedi of Daddy putting on deodorant, the how to hygiene.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's one of those stupid videos I did back in the day.
She goes, Daddy doesn't have clothes.
Why is Daddy naked?
Yeah.
Any updates on getting the Razer phone to review? Absolutely not. In fact, I guess someone in Android Police didn't get one to review either. You want to say thank you? Well, we say thank you with super chats. Those aren't super chats. Everyone in the room we can say thank you to. You can say thank you, patrons.
Thank you, patrons.
And you can say thank you, subs.
Thank you, subs.
Okay, that's everybody in the room. So no, I have not heard back. I'd be shocked if I did. And honestly, I'd rather, if there's budget left over from all these device drives, like if we're not able... Hello? Oh, hang on. I picked up my iPhone. Hello?
My coffee.
Your coffee? Hang on, I'll get it.
Coffee and a cell phone.
Aren't you going to say thank you?
No?
How rude! So, anyway, I would just as soon apply that fund or those funds to a OnePlus 5T than a Razer because I'm not sure about the Razer being something worthy of budget. We can do a separate device drive to see how it goes. I'm still waiting to hear back from YouTube, to my knowledge, to find out what percentage they take. So, for example, if we raise $20, I may not get that $20. I may lose 30% off the top. I don't know what that percentage is. I don't know if it's 30, 40, 20, 20? 20 is the answer?
I don't know. No,
Oh.
I'm saying there's questions.
Well, I didn't know if you were shooing a fly, if you're telling me it was higher, it was lower. Be a little less ambiguous with your hand signals there, Liz. She's not a good Italian. She's a great Canadian, though.
Only a quarter Italian.
Spark plug. Chris Pirillo, you mentioned your Pixel case was wearing, considering getting one. How's yours faring now? It's a great question. I took it downstairs. I've got a wood case that was sent to me for the Pixel 2. And it's actually really neat. And now I don't have it to show you because I have it elsewhere. I think it's on the stairwell to go downstairs.
Can we get it?
Yeah, that'd be great. Really, really, really unique. But as far as this case goes, after 3 weeks of use, it's holding up well. I still like the feel to it. Not sure if it's the best case I could ever get. I'd still think I'd prefer one with inductive charging capabilities and or an external battery pack. That would be nice. Hopefully Mophie's going to change their minds and actually make one. Mommy went to get one of the cases that was sent to Daddy. But, I've used it, not heavily. I think the problem is I won't be able to give you a full-on review for this case until I'm about 6 months in. Because then it will have gone through everything. But I've been, treating this device so carefully. I heard back from the screen protector people, Zag, and they effectively know of all the perceived shortcomings of this particular screen protector. They're working on some better adhesive, I was told. And so that's something that I'm really looking forward to if they do have one, because I still have the issue of clicking when I tap in certain areas. It is the best screen protector that I can find for the Pixel 2 XL, though, and as far as I can see, apart from the Moment case, which was good, it is good, I like the feature of being able to tell the buttons apart. The volume rocker switch and the power button have different textures on the Google case. Here it is. Toast. So check this out. Even Diana was totally oh.
Yeah, that is cool.
What? Real wood, genuine leather, serious style. So this is one of the reasons I can't use it. Because of the genuine leather. So going back to the thing of saying vegan, I thought it was just wood. I didn't realize when they sent that it would have leather. But what's really neat, if you're not vegan, see, I'm not one of those preachy, judgy, whole food, plant-based vegans. Although I think there are better ways of doing things. Sleek, smart, and singular, designed with heart. I don't know if you can say that with being leather there, but peel it, stick it, adore it, cut by lasers, finished by hand. We've got you covered. It is a really neat system. I like the idea of it, if only because it's not so much a traditional kind of case. It's a wooden skin. That's really kind of neat. Certainly unique, and that's something that if I'm looking at this properly, let me see here. I want to be careful so as not to ruin it. I don't even see where there's leather on this.
They also sell leather.
They must, because I don't. It says back cover, front cover, Pixel 2. There's definitely no leather there. This is for the Pixel 2, not the XL. Yeah, but look at that. You can have a wooden phone.
That's cool.
It's almost very steampunky.
There is a super chat now.
Oh, there's a super chat? I apologize. Oh, this is for a case for the other phone, baby. Just give it a few moments. This is not a toy. But if you do want to play with something, you can play with that. I'm going to scroll. Give me a second. I did mention the screen protector. New subscriber, Carl B, says, but what are your thoughts on the Apple Watch? Thought I saw you as one in the previous vid. Can't find it again. I wore it this weekend. I'm happy with the Apple Watch. I wish there was an Android alternative. The thing that really kind of sucks is that the Apple Watch is useless without an iPhone. So, not happy about that. I think Apple would serve its audience better and market better, really dominate if they made it cross-platform, and I think they can. It's a matter of software. They'd sell more, that's for sure, because there's no Android alternative. Despite what people would have you believe. There's nothing. Did you install 11.2.3 beta released today? No, I have not. Get gift cards. https:// or just go.tagjag.com/free points. Really easy to do. You can install it on iOS or Android. Free points. You want to say that? Yeah. Okay, you say it. Jedi's going to say it again in case you didn't click the link in the video description.
3 points.
Well, let's say the whole thing. Let's say go.tagjag.com/free points. Okay, you do it.
Jake I can't see it.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I think everybody gets the idea there. Question 552. What are the top few features you'll miss when you finally let go of iOS? Dude, I've let it go. Let it go! Let it go!
And this is an Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, it is from The Empire Strikes Back, the Boba Fett there in the nesting doll. In terms of what I'd miss, or what I have missed, I've missed the animation, Jake. I've missed the sloppy layouts. That was me being facetious, by the way. Facetious.
Mom.
That's the word of the day.
Mom.
Mom's facetious? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first.
Spiders.
Oh, spiders facetious?
I don't like spiders.
I don't like facetious spiders.
No.
They're dangerous. Like I like my spiders to be very straightforward. I don't want them messing around.
Spiders.
I love pretend spiders. Saved by mommy. Let's not pull those cords and cables. Okay.
Is everyone okay? Is everybody okay? Is everybody okay?
Okay. Let's not touch anything.
What happened?
Yeah, I think that's what everyone's asking there.
Mo says he has a bump.
Moving on.
iPhone?
Sorry, Tony.
iPhone?
I don't know if I can better address the question, but there's really not much that I miss at all. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling past a lot of these things, but send an email to send you a 5T.
No.
2 days later, some nobody on YouTube with only 73 subscribers opened his press review version of 5T day early. There's no justice. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you sent an email to the OnePlus to send me a 5T. Oh, thank you, Screen Playhouse. I appreciate it. You said we had a super chat here. But Geekanoids asks, what frustrates you the most about iPhone 10 and other smartphone reviews? They don't tell me anything useful. They don't tell me anything interesting. And by and large, I'm not hearing them from other software people. All right, thank you. No, seriously, thank you. Do I get a hug?
Oh, and she could thank Jack for his super chat too.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
All right, you can go with mommy there. So what frustrates me more than anything is a lot of those other reviewers just talk about the hardware, and I don't care. I mean, I can see the hardware. I know the hardware, but like, talk about the experience, talk about the software, talk about really what makes this different. And unfortunately, these devices are all effectively the same. There's very little differentiation. Right? Give me a perfect software experience, and unfortunately, even the people that claim they're giving a perfect, these devices are giving a perfect software experience. I definitely
Your bottle's in front of the camera.
Okay.
Your drink is in front of the camera.
So,
I think it's.
Liz, literally in the middle of the video, we had the video camera topple off the side of the desk. Let me finish what it is that I'm saying.
Okay.
It's about the software experience, and very few quote-unquote reviewers have the capability to translate that. Darren S. comes in with a super chat, says, gotta love live with the family. Question 5, there, is that better?
I'm not talking to you.
You promise? Question 554, now that the Google Pixel is your daily driver, will you still be doing Apple Keynote live streams? Yeah, I will. I think... I'm still very much in the market, to keep using iOS. I think that it'll be interesting next year to see what their offerings are. But I believe that there's a possibility that I think we're doing it Wednesday. The device drive for the iPhone 10. I think there's a high possibility that it'll get funded by y'all. I feel that it'll happen. If we fall short of that, it would make me a little concerned that we wouldn't be able to do it again. But, in the next crop of iPhones, if nothing is a compelling upgrade for me, I would throw it out to the community, and I'd say, all right, let's do a device drive. If you want to see me try one of these new iPhones, this is going to be the live video to do it. And we can go from there. And you guys can decide whether or not I'm going to look at the device. Because honestly, I simply cannot justify the expense. I without a sponsor, without a long-standing sponsor, I can't possibly justify the expense. Wait. Oh, yeah, that was the
Their
question.
Discord question.
There. Okay. Rona Rivera asks, who's the most obscure Star Wars character you know? That would be from Cloud City, Ice Cream Maker. I know this name. Hang on. It'll come to me. Dang it! Hang on. I gotta look for it.
Will Hood?
Yeah, Wilro
Oh,
Hood.
sorry,
That's
I'm
it.
talking to you again.
No. That was what it was. I couldn't remember, but it was like right there on the tip of my tongue. I know who he is. Very, very obscure. He got a figure too. I never got that figure. I wish I did. And then now it's too expensive. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend that much on Wilro Hood. E-Tron asks, if Steve Jobs was still alive, do you think Apple would still be a well-rounded company instead of focusing on things that most consumers don't really care about? Yeah, I do. I think Apple would be in a better position today than they are. Different position, certainly, but I think Apple's quality control has suffered. I think its software has suffered. I think its ecosystem has mostly suffered. I think that they are a rudderless ship or a ship with many captains. I don't think Tim Cook is an effective leader that has a vision for products that really understands what Apple or what made Apple successful, or at least has no ability to do it in the same fashion. And that's what has made Apple a completely different company. I don't think Steve Jobs faults Tim for that, because I believe Steve said, make it your own company. Don't think of what I would do. Do what you would do. And so to that end, it's been successful. But I also believe it's not going to take much for someone to come along and take away Apple's crown. Google seems like it's very far behind right now in terms of mind share. I mean, especially with these rather disastrous products as of late. And I say disastrous because, quite honestly, the hardware's lackluster, but they're charging a premium. So I don't think anyone would be slagging Google if the Pixelbook was $300. I wouldn't. I don't think anybody would be slagging Google if the Pixel 2 XL was $300. That, to me, is how you beat Apple. I don't think Google's going to do that, but that's how you beat Apple. You make a compelling experience, and you sell it at less of a price. You undercut them, and you make it a good experience. They're trying to compete at a different end of the marketplace, and their products just don't have the chops to back up those prices. A lot of Google's products are at this stage, and I think Apple's products are overpriced, but Google's products are definitely far more overpriced in terms of the hardware value for what you get. Software is a different story, but 32 days until The Last Jedi, says E-Tron. Are you excited, Chris? Oh, yeah. I'm jazzed. This Friday is Life Day. The Life Day season begins for us. Though the one thing I really feel bad about is that we don't yet have red robes. I need to get like 3 red robes. One for me, one for Diana, one for Jedi. And then we can celebrate Life Day officially.
Well, I'm going to be there too. What about me?
Well, I figured you bring your own robe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I am Canadian.
That's... wear your poppy. It's close enough. The average YouTuber said iPhone 10 review sounds like this. The iPhone 10 is Apple's latest phone. This feature is okay. This feature takes some getting used to. I'm not sure why Apple did this. This feature seems a bit awkward. I don't think the iPhone 10 is worth the price. All in all, the iPhone 10 is the best phone Apple has ever made. And if you pick one up, I'm sure you'll love it. It's about right. That's a good synopsis right there. We got a super chat from Carl Bembridge. Says, where do smartphones go next? They all look the same, all have insanely high specs, software all over the place. What do you think is next? I kind of spoke about this in today's video of what would pull me back into iOS, so I hesitate to say more than that. Watch the video, you'll have your answer. It's the third point I make in today's video, which will be going public in the other YouTube channel here in a few minutes' time. Aztec comes in with the super chat and asks, hi Chris, are you looking forward to Battlefront 2? If so, are you going to stream it? Well, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, this may be one of your first TLDR videos to tune into. That's great. Because I have mentioned that I will be streaming Battlefront 2 gameplay on the other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Star Wars Radar, and I hope to do that on a very regular basis. If only because I think that you have, this want to watch me play games. I suck at playing games. I enjoy playing Star Wars games. And we'll see where that goes. I hope to be able to do the Battlefront thing and do super chats in the Star Wars Radar channel. I did pre-order, finally. Amazon had it on sale for $47. We tweeted it out, right? I think we did. It's going to be tweeted out. Anyway, that's what I took advantage of because I was like, I might as well save money. So I got it like for 47 instead of 57 because I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for that stuff. I'm probably going to primarily be streaming in story mode, not necessarily online, battle game head-to-head, face-to-face thing. Question 553. What is the fate of the LG V30 Essential phone in the HTC? Do you have to return these phones as they are review devices or the yours to keep? If they are yours to keep, why not sell them to the fun future device reviews? So I hold on to them indefinitely. That's the story. Rarely, if ever, am I asked to give them back, but because by the time I give them back, they're not worth anything, and they just get chucked in a pile on the other end. Usually with those types of device reviews, unless there's a caveat up front, it's indefinite. And the reason why I would use them for the next year is because I may reference the LG V30 with the software update, right? Let's see how it works. Let's see if it works any better, with Oreo on it, or the Essential. Oh, does it work any better with Oreo on it? Or the HTC U11 Life. Does it work better with Oreo if it gets Oreo? So to be able to look at these things and use them for future comparisons, I think is an extremely valid perspective to keep. So it all depends. There's no answer to this question, Tony. It depends on how the relationship was established and how the device was provided. Etron says, just want to say I love TLDR. Well, I love you too. I'm not sure about this. I think the channel video teaser we did before I thought was good. This one I think I could redo. Like, I'm not sure how it kind of tailed off at the end, but like.
Look at people reacting to the reactions.
Oh, that's a lot of That's 5. That's a lot of reactions. Because we only have 6 people in the chat room. No, we have more than that. You can join. Head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo or patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. iOS 11.2 Beta 3 introduces a pop-up to explain Control Center Wi-Fi Bluetooth functionality. Remember when you could use iOS without even thinking about it? Yeah, Carl, I do. I don't miss it. I really don't. Some people thought I'd miss it. I guess Tony was maybe one of them. Like, don't you miss it? No, not really. I'm good. I'm very well served by this device. I've been able to work around any kind of perceived shortcomings until they effectively, theoretically, update the issues in software. Oh, look at that. Google Photos just got an update. I think this is the 5.9 update that everyone's been talking about. It should be. Let's see here. I'll go here. Yeah, 3.9. Okay, cool. I like getting app updates. Twitter update. They never really tell you what the hell's going on with Twitter. Anchor got an update. It's where I do the podcast things. I think I have to record a podcast after this show.
Charlie's comment too said I like it when you broadcast earlier.
Oh, you like it broadcast earlier? Yeah, Charlie. We never really found a sweet spot for live streaming. There's no perfect time, and the reason we're doing it today, again, scheduling. I try to be as consistent as I can. So that's why we try to shoot for around the same time. It seems, as far as audience goes and the people paying attention, we get a lot more attention later in the day here than we do earlier in the day here. And 6 o'clock Pacific time seems to have been the sweetest spot that we found in doing various experiments over the past little while. So that's why. You're shopping? Well, are you shopping online or in real life, Michael? That's pretty cool. I mean, it's really weird, but especially you're shopping, you're watching some dude on the internet. Maybe. Is Blogger Fair happening this year? Blogger Fair will never happen again.
Don't say that.
It will never happen again. The name is retired. This year I rebranded it as Creator Advocate for a specific reason. It is more true to our my vision of what it can be based upon the strengths of what we've seen from previous events. We will have elements of Vlogger Fair in future Creator Advocate events, maybe once or twice a year, doing the traditional type of meet and greet here in Seattle. As I mentioned, kind of outlined. I give them should I give them an elevator pitch? Tell them what I wrote. I'll give you guys kind of a view. I mean, this is all beta. I mean, it's just this is where I want to go with it. I'll tell you right now. This is what I wrote. So this isn't published anywhere publicly, but I'll tell you here. After a successful pop-up workshop this Saturday at Adobe in Seattle, we've begun the process of refining what Creator Advocate is to the community. Effectively, we are enabling the creator ecosystem from influencers to marketers through education and partnerships. So creators are sometimes, this is me off script, creators are sometimes referred to as influencers. And marketers, you can refer like the brands and the businesses, the sponsors. That's usually what they're known as. So my hope is to bridge the gap between the two. Our goals are to provide creators with critical intelligence and action items while offering marketers insight, guidance, and qualified introductions. For those parties interested and likely on the marketing side of the equation, where the budgets usually are, we wish to offer structured consulting and retainer relationships, pursuing activation planning and or implementation through existing industry partnerships. That sounds like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but trust me, marketers are going to read that and they are just going to start drooling. We're aiming to continue the event series, so this is where kind of the idea of Vlogger Fair comes in, solidifying options to produce a real-world experience once a month, likely in the greater Seattle area due to proximity, as well as monthly online interviews for subscribers. These efforts will be complemented by near-daily, interactive live video streams on whichever social platform is deemed best for engagement after experimentation. The content created, of course, will always be repurposed. So what I'm saying there is that I'll be doing another live video stream, but primarily for the business aspect of what it is that I do for you. So I'll be talking to other creators and potentially marketers and people who deal with creators and influencers. That live video is not going to be published in my YouTube channels outright. We do have the Creator Advocate YouTube channel, which is the rebranded Vlogger Fair one. We also have YouTube and Facebook, which has quite a presence in the on the page. While our regular free live Q&A videos will be driven largely by a single host, me, and geared towards educating creators from around the world, the monthly Seattle events will be handled in a conversational interview style featuring one creator or influencer at the center and likely be more relevant to local PR or marketing practitioners to help them better understand the other side of the equation. So what I'm saying is the events as structured, I don't think have ever been done. Like a monthly event series where we invite someone, like let's say I can get Linus to come down from Vancouver, right? He comes down, I interview him on stage, and the room is filled with all these people who want to do business with Linus or want to understand how to better do business with people like Linus. And doing something like that on a monthly basis, featuring and showcasing different creators and giving marketers and brands and businesses an opportunity to better understand what it's like to be a creator and effectively, make these relationships happen. And I think it was kind of like that spark that at 4 in the morning, I'm like, I think that'll work for what we're putting together. So anyway, that's the gist of it. I don't want to go on too long because I know we got a couple other super chats, but I also wanted to add that in the paragraph here, we also wish to create unique membership perks for our members, offering discounts for services, products, and the like. So I want to put together kind of a package. Like if you're a creator and you're looking to save money on a big popular product or service, I want to be able to negotiate a good deal for you to get through our membership, a club, a creators club, if you will. That's my hope. So that's kind of it needs to be refined a bit. I need to edit it down and kind of clean things up. But that is the gist of where Vlogger Fair and now Creator Advocate is going. Still very much events. Now some new live video stuff. I'll talk about technology, but not like you want me to talk about. More like, hey, what's a good app to use to organize this? Or what's a good, a piece of hardware to do that? Or what do I need to consider in terms of my technology choices for this? Not, is iOS better than Android? I mean, because quite honestly, I sound flippant because it's such a pedestrian question. So getting to the super chats, I apologize for taking that detour. Crusher Bad 64 asks, what would it take for a third mobile OS option? A miracle? Seriously, like the world can really only handle a couple. A third option has to be a miracle. And when I say miracle, it's got to like really destroy any kind of paradigm. And I don't see that happening anytime soon because apps are the ecosystem. Even BlackBerry tried, right? BlackBerry, BlackBerry OS, and we'll do the Android app porting thing. And it was like, wow, you want to talk about a crappy experience. And then, Microsoft came along with Windows Mobile, and that just didn't turn any heads because it wasn't offering anything unique apart from having Microsoft on the label. Scott Kelly comes in with a gigantic super chat. The MVP for today, it seems, giving value for value. Scott, I appreciate that. I do. It's a vote of confidence. Super chats have been an amazing way to support TLDR, better than I could have ever hoped. In terms of the time that I spend with you, I feel that super chats help offset a lot of that attention. We may only get, 1,000, maybe 2,000 views on a TLDR video, but because of super chats like yours, which if you missed it, around $20, you just that alone, you have you have given me more value than I could see from potentially, 10,000 views? So it's a numbers game, and it's very challenging for a creator to effectively give the audience what they want without necessarily wasting their time. So I appreciate super chats more than I appreciate, a lot of the things, because you're definitely, you're helping a great deal. Tony Yoon asks question 555, if I may, when will the SP3 experiment start? The Surface Pro 3? I don't know if I'd say experiment, but I may be trying the not Switch, but the Discord chat on the iPad, and then on the Surface possibly, although I'm really worried the Surface is just going to be this fan annoyance, like the fans constantly spinning, at which point it gets sidelined and never opened again. The iPad doesn't have a fan, and it is more than ample in terms of power and what I might need it for. But I'll need a second screen to be able to pull up Discord chat with a relative degree of ease, because I won't have Discord chat on the big screen. I'll have the YouTube chat, so I'll see super chats come in, but I won't be able to see Discord chat, and I won't be able to zoom in on the screen because I don't play here. Our PS4 is in the bedroom, the master bedroom, so I'd be playing in there. Windows 10 is completely different if you know exactly how it works and the benefits of it. Well, yeah, but I still don't care. It's a mishmash of user experiences. It looks nice in certain spots, and then you go to another area of Windows 10, it's like, oh, that's old. I'm not a fan of Windows as much as I used to be. I appreciate that it enables experiences, but I don't find it to be very elegantly executed. They have a chance to change that. Will they? I don't know. Some people, want the things the way they are and where they are, but Windows has got to eliminate all the cruft. Maybe they'll be bold at some point in the future, but they're just dragging their feet into the future. And my life has been fine without Windows. I have survived. I've been fine. I've never had an issue with not living with Windows. And honestly, I'm not really running into too many issues not living with iOS. That's how easy it is to do. Some people don't want to admit that. Some people don't understand that. But despite everything that I've been through, I would say that it's been more than a lateral move in terms of software and productivity. Going to the Pixel 2 XL. I like things about the Pixel 2. There's many things not to like. Don't get me wrong. Cool. I get sucked into the notifications.
There are a few questions.
Okay, but hang on, I'm reading my notifications. I like the notifications. Let me let me be me. Jeebus. It's very hard for Microsoft to change because developers will not put their apps in Windows Store. That's why they're getting frustrated. Well, yeah. What are you gonna do? Developers. What?
There's one above Tony's.
I hate to move away from.
Above. There,
Ryan, tell me more about creator advocates. Is it geared towards all genre and niche creator, baby food taste testing, wood carvers? Yes. If you're a creator and your hope is to actually create a business around your creations, then yes, it doesn't matter. Genre has nothing to do with genre. It's like saying, are smartphones just for people who post photos to the internet? No, I'm being facetious again. But no, it's for if you're a creator and you've got a business angle for creation, the hope is to be able to help you do what you're trying to do in a better capacity. Giving advice, for a variety of platforms, for a variety of options, and providing opportunity, providing value, and effectively helping other creators based on my experiences or the experiences of other creators. So it's really that's it. That's the crux of it. The little pitch thing still needs to be fleshed out. Even in reading it, I'm like, I can word that differently. I can change this here. I can move this here. I was trying to be both concise. Concision is important, but also descriptive. So yes, everybody, anybody. Wait, so what was the other question there? Oh, question 556. Considering the Pixel has softer edges for it to be squeezed, have you noticed dust getting stuck between the edge and the screen? No, not necessarily. I mean, you do kind of have this crap aggregating on the perimeter, but it's not like horrific. Dust and debris. I don't take the case off frequently and really don't plan to. I can't say that it gathers any more crud than the average case has, but it's definitely it's suitable. Let me put it this way: if I'm still using it, it's suitable. If I stop using it, that pretty much says everything. Although there's not a lot of choices for cases either, and I really don't think there are going to be many. I don't think the Pixel 2 XL is going to be as popular a device as Google would have hoped for. Michael says, using Android and seeing how flawlessly the notifications work, it's magic compared to Apple. Chris Pirillo, iOS makes me insane trying to read them. Yeah, I gave up. Like, I haven't even bothered. Look, 2 notifications? No, there are more! And I haven't even, oh boy, this is going to be, you want to talk about dangerous. I've been in airplane mode to save battery life. So let me go ahead and turn off battery saving mode. What was that? This device vibrated? And if wireless is going to work. Hopefully the notifications won't kill me, but yeah, I just can't. I can't even. Isn't that odd to say? I can't even. Here come the notifications. See, they all just appeared there at the same time. But I just don't like notifications on iOS. I think it's a deal breaker for me. I could have said that in today's video, but I didn't. I didn't say anything about the notification center. I did say something else. You'll have to watch it later. CrusherBad64 comes in with a super chat saying, wanted to send another super chat because, P.S., I've been happy with my Google Pixel 2 so far, non-XL. Do you like that cloth case so far? Well, it's all about the cloth case today, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I've taken it off a couple times. I guess I'll take it off again. And just clean off the crud. Because I think maybe I need to do this on a regular basis. I mean, I see some dust in the crevices, but as long as that dust doesn't get into the screen, I'm not gonna mind too much. Let's clean off that back area. Ah! Ow, ow, ow. It's fine. I'm very careful about sticking this device into my pocket. If there's another device in my pocket, the last thing I want to do is not just scuff up the case, but specifically damage the screen, because then I'll really be in trouble. Like the first one that I sent in. Someone asks if I know Yubnub. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Yubnub is a really amazing little search engine, though it never really took off. A lot of nerds know about it, but beyond that, I honestly have not heard anybody talk about Yubnub. It is pretty neat, though. Geekanoid says, the discussion, information, and understanding that creator advocates would give businesses looking to use online for brand awareness will be invaluable. It deserves to succeed. Thank you, Dave. That's the hope. As I said, I need to refine that pitch a bit. I need to break things down in a little more a coherent fashion. That was kind of like an amalgamation of a brain dump and a first attempt at better fleshing out the goals or the mission of it. But I hope to be able to continue to refine it later today and as I move along. Just trying to better provide context to explain to someone who wouldn't be aware of what it is to know whether or not they are interested. And if they fall within the realm of influencer or creator or marketer or brand, then it's a high value proposition for them. High value proposition. Speeding Cheetah asks, how come you're using the Google case on your Pixel 2 XL over the Moment lens case? You not use those lenses as much as you thought you were going to? No, it's not that at all. I mean, I've got it right here. I need to get the Moment case, and I haven't heard back from them. I was in the process of troubleshooting the microphone issue, and the time that I recorded with the onboard mic, it was specifically with the Moment case. There are many things I like about the Moment case, but one of the things that kind of throws me off is the fact that it's got the Moment brand there, and I'm not really a fan of that. But the thing that really threw me off, and this speaks to usability, and why I'm only inclined to use it when I need to use the lenses. Can you see the side button there? The side buttons? No, buttons that I use very frequently. It was like fumbling around, searching for those side button, the cutouts, versus the Google case. And you can see them prominent, right? And as I mentioned before, you've got a texture on the volume rocker switch and a different texture on the actual power button. So it's very helpful for usability in the dark, or when I don't have to look at the device and I can feel right away. And I was constantly having to search for them on the Moment case. So I'm not sure they designed it as well as they could have. For their lenses, absolutely. But beyond that, it's really difficult to use on a daily basis because of that reason. It was a pretty big design decision they made that I feel cut into the usability of the device. What case would you recommend for the Pixel? There's not a lot of them. The one that I want doesn't exist. An inductive charging case with the battery pack included. The Google Pixel 2 case is very expensive for what it is, but let me put it this way. I'm using it, so that should tell you everything. I paid for it. I'm using it. That's what I would recommend. Today, though I'm not saying it's a glowing recommendation, you absolutely must. I will tell you, get a case on that sucker. This thing is far from the most indestructible device on the planet. You fragile. Yeah, must be Italian. What?
I usually laugh like this from home and shake my head from home.
Oh.
So.
Oh, so you're just laughing in real life? IRL?
Yeah.
It's Liz, IRL.
Unsubscribe. No slurping. Unsubscribe. Oh.
Who cares? Sorry, had to get that off my chest. So I don't know if we have too many other questions here. If you do, feel free to ask. We only got maybe 5 minutes to go here. Then I'm going to head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo and do the whole podcast thing. Speedgen Liquid Crystal Google Pixel 2 case. Oh! I didn't know they had a Pixel. That's a Pixel 2. What a Pixel 2 XL.
Yeah, we'll look at that.
Yeah, do they have Pixel 2 XL? Because I think I may have a contact for that. Maybe.
I don't see 2XL.
See, yeah, if it's not a 2XL, that's sad. I need a 2XL. I don't need a 2. Where's the XL? No love for the XL.
Did you see Carl's question?
No.
Right above that, yeah.
Oh, are you still taking the iPhone 8 out with you, or just carrying the Pixel 2 XL now? No, I don't. Why take the iPhone 8
There is one.
Plus? I don't need it. There's nothing that I need apart from, you know what? I haven't had enough jank today. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm good. Even now, even in opening the camera app on the iPhone, I can just see just this animation, horrific jank up close. It's like, it's driving me nuts. I'm so glad I put this behind me. So incredibly glad. Oh, you genuinely have no idea how happy I am that I don't have to live with this every day. Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, I see. That's when I was troubleshooting. Oh, now my notifications are all coming in. That's just great. Why did I save all these? Why did I save all these?
They do have a case for the 2XL.
They do?
Yep. I sent you a link on Facebook.
Oh, thank you. Oh, is that why I'm buzzing?
Probably.
And also because I had a beer before I went live? Oh! No, I didn't.
I was going to say.
Scroll back down. Do you carry... Oh, no, I already did. Well, actually, I didn't answer that question exactly. Dude, that's Aaron. Do you carry around both phones? No. I don't. Do you feel you wasted money on the 8 Plus? Yes. I'm thinking about getting the 8 Plus and carrying around my 2XL and keeping my Note 8 as a backup. That's a lot of phones. I want one. I do feel I wasted the money. Oh, I must have scrolled way off. Okay. I do, and I wish that if I had a chance to go back and do it again, I probably would not have purchased the 8 Plus. Is it too late to sell it and recoup costs? Yeah, maybe. But I also want the iPhone go-to, right? I feel that indefinitely I will have an iOS device and an Android device. But the iOS device will be treated much like my Android device used to be before I was using the Pixel 2 XL. And it was there. Like, oh, okay, I know it's there, and I can use it and everything, and just in case, that kind of thing. But, I can go through the average time without even thinking twice about it. Question 557 from Tony. If the Pixel's image processing is mostly software rather than hardware, do you see other Android devices being able to implement such software, or do you think Google will keep it within its Pixel family, maybe a Google camera app on iOS? I don't think Google's ever going to ship a camera app for iOS. I could be wrong, but, you know, I think that's part of a compelling reason to get a Pixel phone, is specifically the optimizations that Google's made for Android in relation to that actual hardware. And that's what I expect the Pixel to, you know, kind of continue to do. You know, if I had a, you know, perfect scenario in my mind for next year's Pixel device, OLED screen, certainly, you know, faster processor, of course, you know, better camera, you know, in terms of quality of output, you know, the screen I would like to see, though, at, and maybe this is where they take a step backwards, and maybe they won't. I'd like to see a 120 hertz screen. You know, if Razer can do it on an LCD, I'd be happy to see an LCD screen if it went 120 hertz. I would totally do that. I'd move back from OLED easily. For a faster refresh rate, oh yeah, any day of the week. It's one of the compelling reasons for Razer to even exist, and knowing that they did work with Google to optimize it for Android says it all. So I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. I'll see you over in the Twitch profile, twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. What, Liz?
You can ask Tony's question. Go on the podcast.
Yeah, you can go on the podcast. So feel free to call into the podcast. Use anchor.fm/Chris Pirillo to phone in. We haven't had any new phone-ins since I announced the phone-ins during the last podcast. If you want to receive TLDR, this broadcast is a podcast. You can become a patron. Head over to patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. You'll also be able to Discord or join us in Discord chat as a patron or as a sub on Twitch. You can join the Discord chat. Easy to do either way. But thank you for tuning into this early live edition as I continue to get set up for the podcast recording. I'll give you guys a few minutes, guys and gals, a few minutes to head over to the Twitch profile. But I want to say, one thing, but I guess I won't. Yeah, thank you, Carl. He says, first live stream, loved it, thanks. You are welcome. I do appreciate it. The next live stream is happening in just a few minutes over at twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo. I got to do this whole blah thing with this dang microphone that I have to use. I hate microphones. Just annoyance. Blah. But then again, for some people, I am the annoyance. Thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, subs. I love you. I appreciate you. I want you to watch the Chris Pirillo video and the other YouTube channel before the day's end. I think it will be going public very, very soon. There's another super chat. Okay. Tony Yoon says, Chris, to be able to be. That's all, folks. Pretty much. That's what it was there. But thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. At this point, however, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you.